Imagine this. Someone looks you straight in the eye and tries to embarrass you, insult you, or pull you into drama. Everyone around is waiting for your reaction. Your heart speeds up, your mind goes blank, and then you say something so calm, so controlled, so sharp that the room goes quiet. Not because you were loud, not because you were rude, but because you didn't give them what they wanted. That moment right there is power, and today, I'm going to show you how to have it. These are 5 smart replies rooted in Stoic wisdom that can shut anyone up without raising your voice, losing your cool, or regretting what you said later. Most people think winning an argument means dominating the other person. Stoics thought the opposite. They believed the real victory is self-mastery. Marcus Aurelius wrote that the best revenge is not to be like your enemy. And Epictetus reminded us that other people can't control us unless we let them. These replies aren't comebacks meant to entertain a crowd. They're tools to protect your peace, your reputation, and your confidence. When used correctly, they stop disrespect, disarm manipulation, and expose insecurity, all while you remain calm. Let's start with the first one, and this is one of the most powerful because it feels almost too simple. When someone insults you, mocks you, or tries to get under your skin, you calmly say, "You might be right." That's it. No sarcasm, no explanation, just quiet acceptance. This reply shocks people because it breaks the script they're expecting. They want you to defend yourself. They want emotion. They want resistance. When you say, "You might be right," you take away their leverage. A Stoic understands that insults only hurt if we agree to be hurt by them. If what they said is true, then there's nothing to be upset about, because truth helps us improve. And if it's not true, then there's nothing to be upset about either, because it doesn't define you. By calmly accepting the possibility, you show unshakable confidence. Most people don't know what to say next because they were never looking for truth. They were looking for control. The second smart reply is perfect for dealing with people who criticize everything you do. Your choices, your work, your lifestyle, your pace. These people often disguise their insecurity as honesty. When they start pushing their opinion on you, simply say, "I'll think about it." Again, calm and neutral. This response does 2 important things. First, it shows that you're not reactive. You're thoughtful. You're in control of your decisions. Second, it creates a boundary without confrontation. You're not agreeing. You're not arguing. You're acknowledging and moving on. Stoicism teaches us to separate what is within our control from what isn't. Other people's opinions are not within your control. Your response is. When you say, "I'll think about it," you close the door on the conversation without slamming it. The other person feels heard, but they don't get power over you. Over time, people learn that pushing you doesn't work. Now let's talk about the third reply, which is especially effective when someone is being passive-aggressive or trying to provoke you with subtle digs. Instead of reacting emotionally, you ask, "What do you mean by that?" And then you stop talking. Silence does the rest. This is a classic Stoic move because it forces clarity. Many people hide behind vague insults so they can deny responsibility later. By calmly asking for clarification, you bring everything into the open. If they were joking, they'll quickly backpedal. If they were being disrespectful, they now have to own it. Either way, you remain composed. You're not accusing, you're not attacking, you're simply asking for truth. Marcus Aurelius believed that most conflict comes from misunderstanding or careless speech. This reply exposes both. And the silence afterward is key. Silence makes people uncomfortable. It reveals their intention more clearly than any argument ever could. The fourth smart reply is one that shuts down gossip, negativity, and pointless complaints. When someone starts ranting, criticizing others, or dragging you into drama, you say, "That's not something I worry about." Calm, flat, no judgment. This reply signals emotional maturity. Stoics believe that wasting energy on things outside your control is one of the fastest ways to lose peace. Gossip thrives on participation. Drama needs an audience. When you remove yourself emotionally, it collapses. You're not saying they're wrong. You're not saying you're better than them. You're simply stating a fact about yourself. This makes people reflect, even if they don't admit it. Over time, they'll either stop bringing negativity to you or they'll distance themselves. Either outcome protects your mental space. The fifth reply is subtle but extremely powerful, especially when someone is trying to dominate, interrupt, or talk over you. You look at them, remain calm, and say, "Are you okay?" Not sarcastically, genuinely calm. This reply flips the dynamic instantly. Instead of you being on the defensive, the focus shifts to them. Stoics understood that hurt people often hurt others. When someone is aggressive or disrespectful, it usually says more about their internal state than about you. By asking, "Are you okay?" you signal that you're not threatened. You're observing. You're grounded. Most people don't know how to respond because their behavior has just been gently exposed. And if they are actually struggling, this reply opens the door to a more human conversation. Either way, you stay in control. What makes these replies so effective isn't the words themselves, it's the mindset behind them. Stoicism isn't about being cold or silent all the time. It's about choosing your responses instead of being ruled by impulse. When you stop reacting emotionally, you become unpredictable to people who rely on drama and conflict. They can't push your buttons if you don't hand them the controls. Here's something important to understand. These replies won't make everyone like you, and that's not the goal. The goal is respect and self-respect. Stoics believe that peace of mind is worth more than approval. When people realize they can't manipulate your emotions, they either respect you or leave you alone. Both are wins. At first, using these replies might feel uncomfortable. You might feel like you're letting things slide. You're not. You're choosing a higher ground. Strength doesn't always look like fighting back. Sometimes it looks like restraint, like clarity, like silence. Over time, this way of responding changes how you see yourself. You start trusting your own stability. You stop replaying arguments in your head. You sleep better, and people notice. Think about how different your life would feel if other people's words didn't control your mood, if criticism didn't ruin your day, if disrespect didn't trigger anger. That's the freedom Stoicism offers, not by changing others, but by mastering yourself. As you go through your day, try just one of these replies. Notice what happens, not just in the other person, but in you. Notice the calm. Notice the confidence. That's real power. If this resonated with you, I want to hear your thoughts. Comment below which reply you think is the most powerful, or share a situation where one of these could help you. And if you know someone who needs to hear this, share this video with them. You never know how much peace you might be passing along.